What's good, y'all? This is the Unbiased Fan Brim Reaper with a little bit of boxing news. So let's talk about it. So, Tank Garcia pay-per-view numbers, 84,000. Not the numbers I thought it was going to be. Ivan versus Broner. What the hell are you doing, Joe? Whoa. You trying to steal the money? Wow. When you think about it. Haney, Loma, official, May 20th. Steven Espinoza, your old videos has got you looking fugazi for this Terrence Crawford and Spence fight. Just so you know. So let's take it from the top. First things first. Ivan got dicked by Joe, his promoter, manager, whoever the hell, trying to take 50%. Bro, what are you doing? And giving him a different contract? I saw, shout out to the Spit Bucket, shout out to my man Io with the interview with, I think that's his wife, Ivan's wife, or the People's. I'm not sure what role she played, but yo, he got the wrong end of the deal. And that fight has already been filled in by Lundy. Lundy versus Broner. So that is the replacement fight. So Ivan's out, lost his bread because of his dude, and Lundy slides in, gets the paper, and gets the pay-per-view fight. So that's what we got with the BLK card for February, with Broner versus Hank Lundy. Not a bad fight. Oh, it ain't pay-per-view worthy, but it's not a bad fight. Next, Tank Davis's pay-per-view numbers, or the rumor reports is 84,000, which we know Showtime ain't gonna show those real numbers. They'll let people put out fake numbers, but these numbers from two different people that I know and their sources have been legit this whole time. So that 84,000 probably holding pretty damn firm. Not the numbers you would want to see. But the problem is when you have uneven cards, when you have no 50-50 fights truly going into the fight, people are not going to pay for that. And that's the problem with PBC and why Tank is not the superstar. I had a video about Livegate does not make you a superstar. It's a combination of all the factors, and that's showing you why. He needs the right dance partner. Now, is this fight happening now? Is Tank and Ryan Garcia happening? I don't know, but I think it's cap coming from both sides, though. This is not a PBC fault only. I think that Oscar, you tripping a little bit trying to put deadlines considering you're the fucking B-side. I'm just saying. I'm going to keep it a tall can. But at the same time, this is not a fight within two fighters of the same promotion. So no fucking way you should be doing a fight with no contract, solidifying the fight. That should be just locked down. And I don't want to hear that because the way things are moving is fugazi. But then if that's how you moving, how in the fuck can we be talking about Bud ducking if you saying fights be starting without a contract? Which one is it, dog? I want to know. Fill me in. Because right now, I can't see the bullshit right now. It's a lot of helter-skelter shit. And speaking of the pay-per-view numbers, let's listen to Steven Espinoza some years back.
The one thing I'll point out, and I don't want to get too much into back and forth, but
right,
we're a public company, and there are regulations, there are legal requirements. We can't put out press releases giving fake numbers. I mean, we have shareholders, we have, millions of shareholders. And in that situation, we can't, least of all Showtime Sports or me put out a press release under the name of the corporation giving out fake numbers for some reason. So when we put something on it, when we say, look, here's a Showtime Sports press release for Mayweather Pacquiao or Mayweather McGregor, that is, gone through lawyers and, everyone's looked at it and it's factual.
Now, did y'all hear that shit? Bro, these pay-per-view numbers y'all been going off of, I think they fugazi, bro. Unfortunately. Because there's no way that Tank did 200K with a fight versus Barrios, bro. Or Santa Cruz. I don't believe it. Hence why they don't release the numbers unless they're legit. So just release the numbers. That's what I want to know. Like, come on. So are we going to get the fight? Are we going to get the Tank Garcia fight? Are we going to get another Crawford Spence bullshit? And the thing is, I don't have an issue with Spence fighting Thurman. But at 154, when you were a mandatory at 147, it looks real shaky. It looks real shaky, bro. I'm just saying. It's mad shaky. But we gonna move on from that. So, Loma versus Devin Haney. Top Rank's making the fight. Now, I'll tell you this much. I got a beef with him if they don't make that Better Be versus Bivol for 2023. I'm watching you, Bob Arum. I'm watching to see what bullshit if you gonna be on something. Just saying. But back to Haney and Loma. I think they need to put the Shakur Stevenson fight on there. And that's a pay-per-view worthy card. Even though Shakur Stevenson's opponent is not a higher known commodity because he couldn't get anybody to fight him, just putting him on the card adds the value to the card being a pay-per-view. Is it going to be in Madison Square Garden? Are you going to take it overseas? We don't know. And then we got Fury and Usyk debating the 50-50. Joshua gave Usyk 50-50, but Fury was going to be an ass. He ain't going to try to give him 50-50. Y'all better quit bullshit and make that fight. That's undisputed. He got 2 of the belts, even though you are the bigger guy, Fury. It shouldn't be no worse than 55-45. That's the worst you should try to pull off on Usyk. Anything less than that, anything worse than that, you playing games. Make the fucking fight. Period. You're the big dosser, right? So how about this? When it gets 60-40. How about that? Quit playing and get the fight done. We want to see that fight. I want to see that fight. Inoue, Fulton. They said that Fulton was going to be having a rematch versus Figueroa, but I'm hearing that it may not happen. I'd be happy if it didn't, because I want to see Inoue versus Cool Boy. I know Cool Boy game for the fight, but he got to take control to make that fight. Because if he leaves it into his handlers, aka the PBC, we're not getting that fight. Because PBC doesn't make a cross-promotional fight unless they feel their fighter's 100% going to win, so they'll then, do whatever it is going to be. Or they have 80% or higher control. Otherwise, their fight doesn't get made. So what you going to do, Cool Boy? Because that's a fight you can have my money for. And that's a mean legacy fight. You beat Inoue, which I don't think you will. I think you're talented. I think you can. But I seen in other fights you getting hit. And I think if Inoue hit you the same way, it's lights out, no James Toney. I'm just saying. So, what is it going to be, man? We need the fights, bro. What's the date? I'm still asking, what's the fucking date for Plant Benavidez? I'm tired of this shaky shit. Can we get the date? Is it official? Somebody let me know if I'm off. And then Tim Bradley, woo, he was speaking real greasy on Tank. And I like Tank as a fighter, but there are some things outside of the ring that has transpired in his course of his time in the spotlight that is left to be desired. So when it comes to Tim Bradley saying what he's saying, that's his opinion. He can have it. I'm not going to touch it too much. I'll let y'all fight that out because I don't know what goes on behind the closed doors with Tank. He does have a history, which question marks can be raised, but it ain't going to be for me to judge. I'll let him have his opinion. I like Tank as a fighter. Some things outside of the ring is left to be desired, and I'll leave it at that. So this video been kind of long for me, but I wanted to cover some things and talk about some stuff. So with that noted, till next time, Unbiased fan, Brim Reaper out. God bless. And Arrow Spence fans, y'all got to start being realistic about PBC and what you actually seeing. PBC done laid the blueprint down for y'all. And y'all excusing them. And y'all doing that is allowing the sport of boxing to not be a sport. Y'all got to understand that. Y'all allowing them to make it not a sport. All promotional companies got shit with them. Hence why I said I'm watching Top Rank when it comes to Better Beef and Bivol. But right now, PBC's taking the fucking cake. Oh, and I almost forgot. I was about to say peace out, but P.S. Stop trying to throw dirt on the DAZN because they got 1.9 million losses when they done bought entities and they're setting a actual blueprint for success. If they didn't buy that entity, they wouldn't have been at a negative loss, a big negative loss. But, you know, I saw somebody point out Google just became profitable for real. So stop being disingenuous because the DAZN has 15 million subscribers. And if they can continue to put out quality content, they will only continue to grow. Yeah, they ain't got the U.S. market like they want, but they got the worldwide market pretty good. So stop fronting. Stop trying to use bullshit as your pointed topic to downplay them. When they actually are setting things in place for future success. Even though they're running through the money just like PBC did. But they have things in place to make it successful long term. Which I'm not seeing with PBC. And that's just the real. But I just had to cover that real quick. I almost forgot. But y'all be blessed. Till next time, you know what it is.